What is a call option? A call option is a contract that gives a buyer the right to buy 100 shares of an underlying asset at a certain price by a certain expiration date. Here's Tim. Tim wants to buy a house, but doesn't have the cash to do so right now. He makes a deal with Lori to buy her house for $100,000. This becomes their contract. For the right to enter into this contract, Tim must pay a premium of $5,000. They agree that this contract will expire in 6 months, so Tim has until then to buy the house at this price. Fast forward 3 months. The neighborhood where Tim purchased the option on his house is booming. The value of the house skyrockets to $130,000. Because Tim entered into the contract, he only has to pay $100,000 for it. Awesome. If he were to resell the house, Tim would have made an immediate profit of $25,000. An underlying asset could be anything from a house to a car or a television, but on the stock market, it is most often a stock. Let's look at how this applies to the stock market. Tim thinks that Google is a great company that is doing some awesome things and that its stock price will likely rise. Tim decides to purchase a call option to buy Google at $600, with the option expiring at the end of the month. On the stock market, one contract equals 100 shares. So essentially, Tim has bought the option to buy 100 shares of Google at $600 by the end of the month. Much like the money Tim had to pay for the right to buy the house from Lori, the price to buy this option is $5 per contract. Since each contract represents 100 shares, the total cost of the contract is $500. After 3 weeks, Google's stock price has soared to $700 and Tim decides to exercise his option to buy the stock. Tim buys 100 shares of Google for $600 for a total of $60,000. Remember, he also paid $500 for the contract, so the total cost is $60,500. If he were to now resell those shares at the current market price of $700, Tim would make $70,000. Because he paid $60,500 for them, he has a net profit of $9,500. Options may seem lucrative, but because they are extremely volatile, they're also extremely risky. Here are a few reasons why you would buy an option. If you didn't want or couldn't pay the full price, if you were protecting your investment through hedging, or if you were speculating and trying to make a lot of money.